Hello my Dolly Darlings. So in this video I'm going to be showing you what colors you're going to want to start with if you are just starting out with reborning. These are just the basic colors you will need. Obviously over time you can incorporate different colors, mix your own paint, and things of that nature, kind of experiment and play around, but this is just the very basic colors that you'll need. So, and of course I do want to mention that this is just my own personal preference. You can, of course, figure out what works for you, but I think that this is a pretty good starter set. So all the colors I have here are from the Bountiful Baby Basic Beginner Colors Kit. So I have Eyelid Purple, and I use this for a lot of things. I use it for the eyelids, of course. I also use it for mottling. I mix this with a little bit of the lip blush and nail red. And of course, with all Reborn and painting, you're going to want to thin out your paint quite a bit with your paint thinner. So this is definitely a good one to have. Next to that, we have lip blush and nail. This is absolutely essential. It's very similar to Pyrrole Red in color, but it is a little bit darker, more of a blood red. And this is good for so many things as well. I use this for mottling, I use it for blushing, I use it for lips, and I also like to mix this with the Eyelid Purple when I'm doing nails. So definitely lip blush and nail is a staple. Another staple is Vein Blue, for the obvious reason. You're going to need this for veining, and I use this for blue color washes, things like that. You can also use this as your blue shading layer. You can mix it with a little bit of Eyelid Purple and thinner to get your blue and purple shading. I also use this for blue mottling, just so many things. So definitely Vein Blue is something you're going to want to have. Next is Baby Skin, and this is the Bountiful Baby Mix, and this is just your normal Caucasian flesh color. So you kind of have options. You can either get Baby Skin, or what I like to use, what I like to use as well is Flesh 08, which is a little bit lighter in color. So you can see when I hold them like this, there is definitely a difference here. So that is totally up to you. I definitely tend to reach for the Baby Skin a little bit more than the Flesh 08, but I do like Flesh 08 to mix with reds to make nice pink colors and things like that. So that is those. Next we have Nail Tip, and this is a off-white color. You don't want to apply this straight to the nail tip. You want to thin it out with some thinning medium, because if you just add this right to the nail tip, it's going to look like a French manicure, and you don't want that. So yeah, definitely this. I use this for obviously mixing a nail color, as well as mixing it with reds for pink colors. And that's really it for the basic colors that you need. You can definitely make your first couple of Reborns with just these colors shown here. And the other two things you will absolutely need, this doesn't have a label on it because it was like leaking and it fell off, so. But this is thinning medium. I got this big jar from Genesis themselves, but you can get the smaller jars in this size from Bountiful Baby. So here's your thinning medium. And then you're going to want varnish. Now, people have a lot of different opinions about varnish. I don't like using matte varnish. Some people do. I like the satin varnish. So I usually mix this with my thinning medium, or at least I did when I made my first couple of babies. And you can mix in some very little red or a flesh color into that to seal your babies in. And that is really it for the beginning colors that you guys would need. And this is the beginner colors for a Caucasian baby. If you were looking into making a biracial baby, which I would not recommend until you've made a few Caucasian babies, You would also want to get burnt umber, which is a really dark brown. It looks almost black on camera, but it's dark brown. And Flesh 03, which is this really pretty chocolatey brown color. And again, that's for biracial or AA babies. And then once your baby is all painted, you're also going to want to gloss the nails and the lips, depending on the preferences of your customer or yourself. And for that, I just use Mod Podge. Just plain old gloss Mod Podge. I actually need to get a new container. Yeah, and that's really the only colors that you need to start out. If you guys have any questions, as always, feel free to contact me. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you next time.